Good morning again. Okay, so let's get on with the head or the hat part of our mystery Izzy doll. So this was the shoes and legs part. This is the jersey. You can use any colour you like. And this is the face part. And you'll find a different video. Oh, I hope that's not too shiny because I've got it in plastic to protect it. So you can take screenshots of the other video where it's not in plastic. And so for the hat part we do, well, if I'm doing here, I'd do 1 row or 2 with the purl and do 9 rows for the hat. So I'm going to do about 10 or whatever it takes to do the hat for the decreasing. And then down here I've got my recipe for the decreasing and the bag I did for Paddington Bear, and just how I do my scarves. But I will show you, because lots of us like myself are visual people and don't really like patterns, and I have a separate video on every Izzy doll to show how to do this decreasing, because not everyone watches every single one of my videos, so I do it every time. So if you've already seen this, you already know how to do it. So I'm using the same colour because I want my head to be the same colour as the face. But if you watch my other Izzy dolls, if you're wanting a beanie, a separate beanie or a separate hat, then you would be changing colours, but I'm not changing colours. So you knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you knit 2 together, and I always struggle because I knit very tight. You can use any thickness yarn and then knit 4, and any size needle. You just need to make sure that the needles are appropriate for your yarn size. 1, 2, 3, 4, knit 2 together, 1, 2, 3, 4. I forget straight away. I have to count all the time, especially on my crochet. Got a couple of tutorials on my crochet that I want to show you. So that was knit 2 together again, and then knit 4. So you just do that right across the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, knit 2 together, 1, 2, 3, 4, knit 2 together, 1, 2, 3. Need another one. Honestly, my brain's like a sieve, trying to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, knit 2 together, one, 2, 3, 4, knit 2 together, and I've got 2 left, so I'll just knit those. So I've had a few people guessing on what I'm making. I'm not going to say until the end. You'll see at the end what it is. And then the next row you always purl. So no decreasing, just your purls. It has been lovely and hot, getting up into the close to 30, which is unusual for the area I live in, because I live on the west coast of New Zealand, where we not just get a sea breeze, we get a sea breeze gale. We get really, really terrible winds. I call them horizontal hurricanes, and they can be quite destroying at times. But lately there's been hardly a breeze and stinking, stinking hot. So I've been deep cleaning my spare bedroom and my kitchen and my lounge, moving all the furniture, rearranging everything, working inside because I can't work outside in the heat for too long at all. So the next row is now going to be knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and knit 2 together. Now pause this video anytime you like, you don't have to keep up with me. 1, 2, 3, right to the end of the row, knit 2 together. The reason I sort of try and go fast is I run out of room on my phone. 1, 2, 3, and my videos always come out sideways, so I have to use a editing website to 1, 2, 3, knit 2 together to rotate them, which means that it takes up double the room on my phone until I can delete 2, 3, till I can delete the original one that's crooked. It's a process. And knit 2 together for the last 2 that I had. Not knit 2 together, just knit them. I hope you understood that. And then of course we purl again. Oops, got a bit of a strand there, I'll just ignore it and purl it. So my video is all about having a go and having fun. My channel. Things don't have to be perfect in life or you'd never have a go. You'd be too scared to have a go. Never thought I'd be making dolls. And you just do stage by stage as I do, copying what I do, and you soon end up with a finished doll. And there's no rush. It's a nice relaxing little hobby. And some of you have guessed it, it's knit 2 and knit 2 together. And you do that to the end of the row. 1, 2, knit 2 together. 1, 2, knit 2 together. And some of you have been telling me you've made your first dolls now and you're very pleased, so that's great. I'm so pleased to be able to help you. Anyone who's made lots and is way ahead of me and making them look fancy, you won't need my videos now, but it is nice if you continue to watch and support my channel. Leave a comment or a thumbs up. It helps the algorithms so my videos get shared out amongst people who haven't seen them before. And I have lots of tutorials on how to make shawls and cows, and which are another word for like a scarf. Oops, am I out of view? Sorry. I haven't even been looking at the phone to see if you can see my hands. We've had some beautiful sunny blue skies, which is really lovely. But it's meant to be cloudy tomorrow, which will make it a bit cooler. And then the last row is, get a bit more yarn, knit 1, knit 2 together to the end of the row. Knit 1, knit 2 together, so it's quite easy to remember. You always start with knit 4, and then the next time it'll be knit 3, and next time it's knit 2, and now it's, oh, what have I done? Oh, look, not even concentrating. Forgot to forgot to do my knit 2s together. I'm just whizzing along. yapping too much. Was that a knit 2 together? I think I did 2 together. Yeah, that was a 2 together. Okay, no more talking. Knit 1. Knit 2 together. Knit 1. Knit 2 together. Knit 1. Knit 2 together. That was nearly a disaster, wasn't it? And I knit the last 2 together. And if I hadn't have noticed, I would have got to the end of this tutorial and thought, whoops, I've made a huge mistake. And I don't mind you seeing me make mistakes. It means that it's okay to make mistakes and it's okay to fix them. And then you just purl on this side. Tell me what colour you're going to be doing for your jersey part. If you've got any shade of green, but what colour is your jersey or your top? And this very last bit is knit 2 together, and you do that all the way across. So after I finish this, I'm going to be reorganising more of my yarn and more of my room. Washed up sheets yesterday, so I've got to tidy the beds and the spare room. It's nice to get a deep cleaning done and everything sorted, isn't it? Makes you feel fresh for the coming winter. It's not going to go in there very easy. There you go, you've finished all your decreasing. And so I think one time I actually cast off. I did another purl row and then I cast off. And then I think a few I've actually used a needle and threaded it through. So I'm going to leave a fairly long piece here. I'm going to thread my needle, so whichever way you do it is personal preference. Doesn't really matter, there's no big rules. Whichever way works. And you've seen on some of my tutorials that it doesn't always work. Pull that nice and tight. There you go. And so now what you do is you're going to turn it inside out and you're going to use your green bit to sew all the way down here to the top of the jersey with your green, and then you'll use your jersey colour to just sew up your jersey. And then you can start it. Oh, I didn't leave. Oh, yeah, that's got a longer side. That one's not long enough. Use your green colour again from the bottom to sew up to here. But be careful you don't, the long piece you've got for pulling the neck, be careful you don't sew that up. Just check which thread that is. That's that one. Just check which thread that is and don't get that sewn up. And when you've finished sewing up all down here and you turn it inside out, you might have to thread that waste yarn onto the needle and just poke it back through so it's on this right side so you can do the neck later. Hope that makes sense. I'll come back and show you exactly what I'm doing in the next video. But there you go, we're getting there slowly. What am I making? People have suggested lizard and some have suggested frog. I can't remember the other suggestions. Alright, I'll catch you up in the next video. Bye.